Canadian Business Magazine can help show us the money this morning. The official Investor's Guide 2014 is out. Many people with the resolutions on the money side of things. But first things first, here's a cover of the guide. You're talking about the best stocks to buy. How do you make the choice? What goes into the analysis?
Well, basically, we start back last summer looking at the 500 largest capitalization stocks in the Canadian market. And we run them through a screen where we look at things like the price of the stock compared to the earnings of the stock. We look at how fast those earnings are growing over time. And at the end, we spit out a 5-star rating for all of those 500 stocks. Only about 20 of them get 5 stars. And this is the third year we've done this guide, and last year's guide, the top stocks, the 5-star stocks, they had a 32% annual return. So that's a whole lot better than the 8% or so the Canadian market as a whole got.
And those top 20, how diverse are they in terms of what sectors they cover?
Well, they're not absolutely representative of every sector. There were no mining stocks in that this year because the mining industry had a terrible, terrible year. But there were tech stocks, there were manufacturing stocks, there were even a number of oil field services stocks. So some names that your audience might know: Canadian Tire came in there, Air Transat, airline company, Magna International, big auto parts manufacturer. So
certainly not obscure.
Not obscure. No, there are some more obscure ones, but these are generally mid to large cap stocks we're talking about, so they're not nobodies.
What would you say are some of the undervalued sectors going into 2014 where you can scoop up, get a good price, and see a good profit after all said and done?
Well, that's the $64,000 question or more if your portfolio is bigger. But anyway, there are a number of stocks that are a number of sectors that have really been beaten down in the past year. I mean, we talked about mining. They may be in for another bad year because there's just some bad things happening in their whole universe right now. But the energy sector had a bit of a turnaround in 2013, and 2014 might be better still because there are also some bad things happening in all across the resource sectors. But that's largely priced into the market now, so those stock prices probably have more upside than downside going forward.
Quick follow-up, because you just mentioned energy, and Joe, we were kind of talking about this earlier. Canada energy stocks, given the surge in oil production, not only U.S. but worldwide, is that still a good bet, energy sector here in Canada?
Well, that's a big risk, is the increasing energy output in the U.S., especially for Canada, because virtually all our energy is sold to the U.S. However, the energy sector's been going down, energy stocks have been going down for 3 years or more now, and their stocks are very attractively priced. So if you are a strategic investor, I mean, last summer we had Warren Buffett investing in Suncor Energy, which tells you that a really savvy investor out there, a value investor, is saying, wait, this could be near the bottom now.
One quick last question for you, Michael. In terms of do-it-yourself, so many of us just hand off our RSPs to those who know.
Right.
But this publication that you've put out, the Investor's Guide, is really about being able to get hands-on with this. How does somebody begin to do that, even on a small scale?
On a small scale, probably the best thing to do is just to go to your bank. You set up a discount brokerage account. It won't cost you anything, or it shouldn't cost you anything. And it only costs you when you actually buy stocks. And it would be a good thing to take a good reference guide like the Canadian Business Investors Guide. Pick yourself 5 to 10 stocks, depends how much money you have. But in any case, do this with what you might consider your play money.
Right.
That you can afford to take a bit of a hit on. But generally speaking, again, these are not penny stocks we're talking about. They're not going to disappear. So by and large, you won't have spectacular returns, but you'll have pretty good returns if you look at things like valuation and motivation and momentum metrics, and look at the stocks that have more upside than downside.
Great advice. Get you educated.
Your team did the homework. CanadianBusiness.com is the website. Investor's Guide out on newsstands now. Pick it up. Michael, thank you so much.